Hi friends, I'm Yamini and I'm back again with another video from the Saffron Box. And today what I would like to talk about is the use of astrology, or rather how does astrology help us in our daily lives. Okay, I shall be dividing this content into two parts, and this is the first part. Okay, now, how does astrology help us? Is something, is a question which I'm sure intrigues a lot of us, many of us. Okay, and how does it do? Astrology basically is a science of possibilities. Okay, so it tells you what all is possible. So once one understands as to what all is possible, what all can be done, you can strive in that direction, right? And it's a very wonderful tool to help you understand your journey in this life. Okay, our soul has a certain purpose when it takes birth, when it comes to a particular body, when it is going through a lifetime. Okay, so astrology basically aims at understanding, or rather letting you know what is the purpose of your birth. Why have you taken birth? What should you be doing? What should be your focus area in this birth, in this lifetime? Okay, so that's what astrology endeavors to tell you. And once you understand the purpose as to why you're here, obviously things become easier for you to accept and accordingly carry on with your life, right? And it also prepares you to handle the challenges or the difficulties which you might be dealing with, right? So it's a very good tool to help yourself go through the journey of life, right? And when I talk about going through the journey of life, it also, astrology also aims at telling you what are your strengths, what all is there in your armor, how many good qualities or challenges or opportunities, threats are you going to have, are you going to be dealing with, right? So it basically, in short, tells you, or rather gives you your SWOT analysis. Okay, and what is SWOT? SWOT is your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. Four major things. Okay, it helps you understand these four major things, and believe you me, when you understand your strengths, you're able to make use of your strengths in the right direction. When you understand your weaknesses, you're able to, one can actually constructively work on the weakness and see how to improve oneself. When you understand your opportunities, one can know in which direction to move ahead and try and make a foray into that direction. When you understand about your threats, you're able to also see as to what all challenges, what all obstacles you're going to face, and accordingly see how to go about things. And astrology also helps you in understanding your karmic pattern. Okay, so there are certain things which are not for you, and there are certain things which you find easily in life. Like for example, all of us face challenges in some area of life or the other. So your challenge might be with family, it might be with your sibling, it might be with your, say, spouse, your children, or at work, or with some disease. So once you identify, astrology helps you identifying such challenge areas, right? So once one understands as to what is the challenge area, where is what is that area where I'm going to be facing difficulties, you are able to accept and then accordingly work on such areas, and maybe not put in so much, not bang your head so much against that particular area in life, right? And there are also certain things which are easy. You might be born with a with an inherent talent. So these things, once they're identified, make your life easier. And secondly, astrology also helps you identify the time periods, okay, the time intervals as to when something is possible, right? One always runs through various time periods which are good for certain things, right? Like for say, for marriage, or for a particular job, or for any such, or for, there might be a good time for acquiring a property, right? So the main purpose of astrology is to help you understand whether there is a promise for you, whether you are to get a property or not, what is the possibility, and accordingly tell you the time intervals where such things are possible. Okay, because all of us run through various time periods which are totally dependent on planetary transits. Okay, so when we study various planets, we are here, there are various planets which are moving around us, all the navgrahas, and they are constantly moving, right? So what happens is, they keep moving through the various signs in your horoscope, and accordingly the good or the bad effects are seen. Sometimes they favor you, sometimes their transit is unfavorable, right? So when we study the movement of the planets, we are able to identify what is a favorable time for doing something, what is a not so favorable time for doing something, right? And astrology, I'm sure all of us would have dealt with muhurat. Whenever we have a puja at home, we take out a muhurat. If there's a wedding at home, we look at a good muhurat. So what is muhurat? Muhurat is also a time interval, a time slot which is suitable for something. And the same thing translates into our individual lives as well. So whether a time period is okay for us to say, move out of the country, or maybe start something afresh, astrology helps us in understanding all that, right? So any kind of difficult areas, or areas where you have good opportunity coming up for you, one should be able to see through that and accordingly make use. So that's about it, friends. We shall meet in another video where I shall be talking about what one should be asking an astrologer during a consultation, and what kind of answers should one expect, and good versus a bad astrologer. So keep watching, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.